So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
Right.
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Caught it! Dwight!
Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over for Chicago.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh yeah!
Well, hopefully your Thanksgiving was fun, as well as mine. Thank you for joining us on this Black Friday. I hate calling it that, but the day after Thanksgiving edition of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I am one half of that duo, Cole Johnson, and joining me, no, that is not Brian Snow. It is the one, the only Mr. Wise El Jefe, as he always joins us every Thursday and Friday. Of course, he couldn't join us yesterday as we were off. How are you doing, man?
I am well, brother. I am blessed, man. I am blessed to be a part of this show. I am thankful for everything that has been going on for me this year, man. So I'm blessed to have you in my life now. So things can't be they can be better, but hey, can't complain, man. Can't complain.
They can always be better. They can always be better.
Yes.
And I definitely, I said this to Brian. I could definitely say it to you. Yeah, and I've said this to you off air. One of the biggest blessings in 2022 is just meeting you. So, yeah, to know that I have met a lifelong friend, and this time last year I didn't know you. Yeah, I may have known of you, but I didn't know you. Yeah. That says something. So yeah, I'm blessed to have you in my life too, my man. All right, so on tap, we're going to, of course, break down all 3 games from last night, or you said from yesterday and last night. I know one of those games. My partner here will grit his teeth in doing so.
You know what? Not really, because I know what we are. I'm saying I know what we are, and if you key down on Saquon, there's not much we can do. I've know me. I've been talking about it all year. Daniel Jones, I love what he's been doing this year, but we have no passing attack. So teams are gonna be like, okay, we're gonna let Daniel Jones beat us, and he doesn't have the weapons to do that. He doesn't have the weapons to beat it, to scare anybody.
Yeah, so, I totally agree with that. And we'll of course break that further down. Of course, that's the game between the Giants and the Cowboys, which was in the middle of the 3 NFL games we saw on tap. Of course, before it was the Lions hosting the Bills, and after it was the Vikings hosting the Patriots. And who knows what else we'll talk about? But
we always go crazy on Fridays, so
yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we're going to have Into the Boom Shakalaka this week. I don't think we're going to talk to our resident Cowboys fan, BS3.
Listen, it's understandable. This is the week where a lot of people are traveling, a lot of people are visiting family, they're spending time with family.
Yeah, and
I'm actually leaving later on this afternoon to Atlantic City with the family, so it's time. This is the weekend where you get to really sit down and enjoy your family, get to spend time with them, and just embrace everything that's been going on for the year. I'm sure there's people that have suffered some loss with everything that's going on. But this is the time of year where you just sit down, reflect on how your year's been, because it's almost the end of the year,
right?
And just enjoy every moment you get with family, man. That's what we need to focus on. That's what everybody needs to get back to that.
Yeah, totally understand that, and you're right about that. That's I think the biggest purpose of Thanksgiving is to actually get us refocused on what really is important in life.
Yeah.
And yeah, part of it is people, as we mentioned this at the top. But yeah, definitely that. And of course, speaking of people important to all of us, I know I speak for Brian. I know I definitely speak for Wise when I say this too. Is definitely the Fanatic Feedback Zone. And we love you guys. We all love all of you, even Mr. Rod West. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Shout out, Rod, man. What's going on, brother? Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Hope your Thanksgiving was great for you, man. Shady, of course.
Sam, what's going on, Sam?
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Same to you. Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. A Pizzle, good
AP,
morning.
What up, brother?
He said he hoped we had a great Thanksgiving.
Food was great.
Yes.
Food was great.
Yeah, food was wonderful.
Family was enjoying the day, and that's all that matters, man. We had a great time. Had a couple of drinks, chilled with the family, had some great food, and can't ask for any more.
All right.
Somebody say food.
Yeah. And Digga says, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to one and all. And we will say good morning and happy Friday to one and all to the founder of Snowman in the Morning, one Mr. Brian Snow, who sounds like he is just waking up from his food coma.
Yeah.
You would be correct.
Yeah, so how was your Thanksgiving?
My alarm went off twice. My alarm went off twice. But what's the magic button that I hit?
Oh, snooze.
Of course. That's your favorite button to hit.
It is. It is. Good morning to everyone in the chat, including Rod West, A Pizzle, Sig Diggy. Good morning to everybody. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah. I certainly did.
Yeah. Six says to you, Wise, he hopes you should have fun on the boardwalk.
Oh, I will, brother. I will, believe me. I get to my son is gonna be down there, so I get to see my son. I hadn't seen him in a few years. So
nice. Very nice.
And of course, Sick, all the way from Norway, says happy Thanksgiving. I hope you got a chance to celebrate it. I know Norway doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving as how we do it and when we do it, but hopefully you got a chance to have that wonderful day of reflection. And one, Mr. Ryan McCarthy. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to everyone listening, watching. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving. And let me give a special shout out to one, Mr. Ryan McCarthy. He and his partner Dustin on No Credentials Required.
Wonderful show.
It was a beautiful show. It basically talked about favorite Thanksgiving dishes, and they broke down the 3 NFL games as well. And I said this to Brian actually off air, Ryan. Smooth. You were smooth on the mic, Ryan.
Smooth. Mr. McCoffey's amazing, man. Mr. McCoffey's definitely amazing, man. I'm blessed to also have him in my life. Listen, everybody everybody that's in that chat and they're super amazing. They're all amazing. They all travel to all of our shows and come and support. Yeah, so that's the great thing. That's the great thing. I appreciate all you guys. All you guys are magnificent. And
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I said to Cole in response, we are building a great network.
Mm-hmm.
We are building an absolutely wonderful network with all the folks that we've been in contact with and who have been here on the show. Speaking of which, I have an email to send here in a couple of moments to you know who. But
fine with that. What else is on your mind, sir?
There will be no Wednesday button pushing on Friday. I got everything out that I needed to get out on Wednesday. But
believe me,
I will prime the pump for next week.
Mm-hmm.
I will just say there was some more stuff, and that's all I'll say.
I'll even say I had some Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you sent that to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna go into it, Mr. El Jefe, but unfortunately, on Thanksgiving morning, I had a conversation with a brunchsexual.
Why?
And
Wait a minute. What the hell am I talking about?
You were perusing social media, weren't you?
as I was perusing
Guilty
M
as
effing
charged.
social media.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know it. Okay.
And the conclusion I will draw, because I'll talk about it Wednesday, but the conclusion I drew was that
Mhm.
I am convinced that bronzesexuals have the mental capacity of a first grader, and they smoke crystal meth.
Laced crystal meth.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned it because I seen the funniest video today.
What'd
It
you
was.
see?
It wasn't. It had nothing to do with him, but it was just. It was some video I saw on Instagram. Somebody did a reel, and it goes, "If you smoke meth, me and you, I can't." It was just the way they sang it, and they said, "Oh, I can't be your friend if you
Oh
smoke crystal
Lord.
meth." And he goes, "Yeah, and if you smoke crack, I can't be your." It was some funny shit, but. Oh man, that because you just mentioned crystal meth. I'm like, oh man, I just seen that funny skit. But
Well, it's
This
all true,
is
sir. It's all
truly
true.
an off-scheduled. This is truly an off-scheduled day
Yeah.
for us. Day after Thanksgiving. Now we drive toward the Christmas holiday, and I have a play-by-play call tonight.
Oh,
As
and I heard, and
I was
speaking of
listening
which,
to the other play-by-play the other
I
day.
heard yours
Yeah,
from Wednesday. Yeah.
it was pretty good, man. You did good. Proud of you.
uh,
You getting
a
back
little
there.
rough.
You getting it. You getting there. You getting there. You getting there.
It's gonna take me a bit. It's probably gonna take me the remainder of this season and part of next season for me to really feel back in the groove. But
Of course.
it felt good just to be there. I mean, I dig doing the remote stuff, but I'm old school. I like being there.
Yeah.
I like being there, which is
That's
why the
awesome.
one league that I was supposed to work with that never got back to me, cut him loose.
Oh, how nice of them.
Cut him
Oh,
loose.
I want to let y'all know. The episode we did, me, you, Drew, and Ryan.
Mhm.
Oh man, one of my most viewed episodes recently. So,
Wow,
it
nice
was,
shot.
oh no, it was amazing. It was an amazing show. We had a great time, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate you guys coming through and
Yeah, you four
Yeah,
killed it.
I pulled a wise that day because
Yeah, you
I
four
swear
killed
to God, I was fighting. I was fighting sleep, and B, when I got into the studio, I nodded off again, and I'm just glad the mic was muted so y'all didn't hear me snoring. Because
hey,
after
listen,
Wise
it
told that
happens.
story, where he was ready to go, and then he got comfy in his chair, and the next thing you know, his guest was hearing him snoring.
It
I
happens,
said, you know
man.
what? That's gonna happen to me. I know that's gonna happen to me.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened to me yet.
Shit. I know
Seriously.
it will happen again. I'm not.
I know it'll happen again.
I'm not gonna deny it. I just.
I am.
First of all, having a sleep apnea doesn't help, but
No.
it happens. It's life, man. I can't. All you can do is laugh, man. I can't get
That's all
upset
you
over
can.
it.
That
I
that
can't
is
get
all you
angry
can.
about it. I just gotta laugh at it. It's one of those moments you gotta just take it. You gotta take it as it is and just laugh and just enjoy it so much.
Now, what sucks though is I wish there was some guest where I could do that too.
Early on in the run of Snowman in the Morning, oh yeah, because some folks begged me to. There were some folks that begged me to be on the show, and I got everything set up. I was on time, and they were late. And I swear there were a couple guests that, you know how your spider senses go off.
Oh yeah,
and you get the Wise treatment. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Yeah. Like I said, first couple of years of the show, 2013, 14, and 15. There were some guests I would have let them talk and climb back in bed and
I've
not
got
care.
Listen, I got some audio podcasts that I've not released and that will never see the light of day.
Smart man.
Same.
Oh Lord, if you want to talk about stories like that, so I interviewed somebody. Ask the question. I am not kidding. What I'm about to say.
Oh no.
He began to answer the question. So about 3 minutes into the answer, I got up, went downstairs because I was upstairs in my office. Went downstairs, got a bottle of water, came back upstairs, peed, went back to my studio and in my office, sat down, and the man was still answering that same question.
Been there. Been there.
Shit. That's a long
Been
answer.
Yes.
been there.
Oh my gosh, this is impressive.
Nah, sick. I didn't delete them. I still have them. Just.
Did you mute them?
Nah, I didn't. I still have them. I'm muting them because I ain't putting them out.
Did you move the guest like you wanted to? Good morning to Bucket 88.
Good morning,
joining
Bucket
us,
88.
Morning, Bucket.
Hit for those of you watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you can, support the show via Cash App. I'll get the banner up here in a minute.
Yeah.
And I want to add this coming to you live from the Seat Geek Noisy Dragon Studios.
Nice.
And I'm gonna have Cole put his creative genius together with all the stuff I'm gonna send him because I love those backdrops that he put.
Cole, I have a young lady that she needs an intro, so I'm gonna link you to her. She was actually my guest on my show.
You're turning her
Sequoia Blue. She was an amazing guest.
She was.
So definitely I'm gonna link you up. She needs an intro and outro.
She was fabulous.
She's funny.
She had a great
interaction.
Conversation.
Yeah, she was good. She was an amazing guest. Young sister. She's a singer, author, podcaster, but she's a great guest.
She is multifaceted and multi-talented.
Yep. And she was like, "Oh man," she's like, "I love that intro." I was like, "Yeah, that's my man Cole Johnson production." So I linked that up.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because I had a few of my family members ask me, "Who put your intro together?" I said, "That's the mad scientist, Cole Johnson."
And I haven't forgot about tightening this one. So
yeah, Victor asked me. He said, "That's Cole's work, isn't it?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Who's the mad scientist?" I said, "With video, him, because I'm still just learning it. I'm mostly doing the editing and putting the segments up, which is how I'm going to handle the podcast from here on out." I finally got that answer because there were times I'd put up the entire hour and then I wouldn't have the segments up, and I still got the intro that Jody voiced for me. So I think what I may do is just turn that over to the mad scientist and have him put the intro and outro together for the podcast version of the show.
Sorry about that, but Drew's stupid.
Oh no. Tell her to get in line. I've been waiting for months for an intro. You have, huh?
First of all,
I'm today years old knowing that you needed an intro, sir.
First of all, Drew, and I mean this playfully, you get in line. No, I'll have Drew at 1 o'clock today. See, my schedule is going to be simple. Finish this show, edit what I need to edit, take an hour to edit, go back to bed, and then wake up at like 5 minutes to 1, come in here because I got everything ready for the plus with Drew. And all my prep is done for tonight. I just need to write out the broadcast slate, and that's not going to take long. Print all that up. I got my score sheets done, and that's that. That's that.
I'm looking at me and Cole, and we both got bad head.
Oh yes. Word.
And if Brian had hair, he has bad hair too.
If I had hair, it would be worse than y'all's. Okay. You ever find that comfortable spot in bed and you don't want to move?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's even worse in the winter because that's when I really find those comfortable spots.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when the wife is all over me and stuff. So it's like the body. He just keeps me.
Listen, yes, I told Cole the other day. I told y'all the other day. Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
pulled an all-nighter, mistake number 1. Second and most critical mistake, at 7:30, I went and laid down. I was a dead duck after that. To the point where after I said I made a critical mistake and I went and laid down, Cole said, well, that's that.
I'm like, oh, because I think I saw it. I think I saw your message the night before. It's like pulling an all-nighter. I'm like, okay.
I'll be hosting the show tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll be hosting the show tomorrow.
Y'all already knew.
I was like, I'll be shocked.
Y'all already knew.
Listen, how am I gonna do this? Let's see. It's just me tomorrow. Let's see.
It's just me tomorrow. How are we gonna rock?
Right. Right. And the most critical mistake of all, Jody went off to work.
Mm-hmm.
I kissed her goodbye. I heard the door close, and Lucy, my dog, was like right there next to me.
Yeah.
And she gave me this bump of, you're not going to make it, Daddy. Just go back to sleep. And I swear, within a minute, I was gone. I was long gone. I literally didn't wake up until like 20 minutes to 2 that afternoon.
Mm.
I was dead.
I bet. Six says, man, I had a fro back in the early 2000s. I'd go to bed with a mini beach ball fro and wake up with a one-sided high top.
Oh, done that.
Yeah,
what was the worst?
Here.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All,
it is kind of
it's slanted. It's slanted.
Oh yeah. I'm rocking.
Been there.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm rocking the what was it? 3 times dope look. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, like I said, been there. I mean, early on in high school, I had a fro. This was 86. I had a fro. I went to bed. I woke up and I thought I was Kid from Kid and Play. I mean, the left side of my head was flatter than a pancake.
Mm. Now, if you did his dance moves, I totally would believe it.
I wasn't even gonna try those. See, I wore a size 13 at the time, and my feet and I knew we ain't trying any dance moves. Not a chance in hell.
You're a smart man.
And I had so many people who I went to school with. Why didn't you try to dance? I'm like, I wore a 13 at the time, and I wear a 15 now. No, thank you. It's bad enough I feel clumsy as it is. To repeat some of the dance moves I've seen, no. I'd rather keep my knees, I'd rather keep my ankles, and I'd rather keep every other body part that I still have.
Personally, I got 2 left feet, so
that's the other reason.
I was going to say
I got 2 left feet, and I'm proud of it.
I was going to say, in other words, your feet were saying to you, nah, 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 nah.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, they had high school. They had dances all through high school. Okay.
Oh yes.
And all of my friends, are you going to the dances? I said, hell nope. I said, why aren't you going to the look? Y'all can have that dance. I'm going home and I'm going to bed.
Nah, the only parties I really enjoyed were the Jamaican parties because it's just whining and grinding all night. So those are the ones I really enjoyed personally.
Lucky you, dude. Man, I wish I had some in my hood back then. Wasn't happening.
No, wasn't happening. Wasn't happening. Here's how much of a nerd I was. One of my friends in the neighborhood, threw a party. My longtime friend, James McCallum, said, you got to come to this party. I said, if I'm anywhere near that party, my ass is kicked. And he looks at me and he's already smiling because he knows what goes. He said, by who? By my parents. So what does James do? He comes in with me and we both make our pitch. And mom and dad says, have a good time. Like, you're actually going to let me do this? I said, yeah. Then the booze came out and I got the hell out. I was within walking distance of the house. Because I did not know. When I say I was a late bloomer to a lot of things that went on, I meant just that. So when the booze came out, I got the hell out.
Smart man.
And both my parents were smiling. Both my parents were laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning, my dad comes in and says, "Okay, what came out first?" I said, "Beer." And he pats me on the shoulder and goes, "Good man."
Good man. Mm-hmm.
And went back to bed. Later on that day, my mother asked me the same thing. She's like, "Okay, what'd you see?" "I saw beer." "Okay." And she walked off.
Yeah, you were being tested by them,
Mm-hmm.
which I understand that.
Like I said, soon as the beer came out, I got the hell out.
And did you drive to the party?
No.
Okay.
I said it was within walking distance of the house.
Okay.
So I walked my ass home
Yeah, you were
and
smart in doing that.
did not think twice. Did not think twice. Let's say congratulations to the Buffalo Bills, as much as it pains me to say it, the Dallas Cowboys, and Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Pains me to say
Yes,
that. Oh God,
the
yes, I have a
Vikings.
story about that. Okay.
The Vikings. You know what?
At least they didn't bring out the chain this week.
We were having dessert, and my stomach started acting goofy. The entire second half. Lesson learned on what I can consume and how much I can consume with body parts missing. And it was 13-7 when my stomach started acting a fool. I came out and it's 21-13, and I said, "What?" And my wife just had this look on her face, and she goes, "Yeah."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to offend the sensibilities of someone I hold dear when I say the following. I love Brian Daboll, but why in the world would you go for it on 4th and 1 on your side of the field?
I asked that of any coach, no
And
matter
you
who
still
it
had a
is.
lot of time remaining in the game. And it was only 14-13.
Unless it's Roger Craig or Walter Payton or Eric Dickerson.
It's not
No.
even that. It's the fact. First of all, we didn't have Feliciano was or our line was
You were
nowhere near.
decimated.
Our line was nowhere near to what they've had the last few weeks with the way they were able to run the ball. So and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna let Daniel Jones beat me. So that means you're gonna load the box up for Saquon says. Because I'm saying that's number one, that's who you're gonna have to stop at Saquon. And so load up the box or let Daniel Jones beat me. And Daniel Jones, as far as weapons goes, doesn't have any.
No, he doesn't.
I'm saying Daniel Bellinger, he was building a rapport with Daniel Bellinger. He goes, gets his eye knocked out. And then we just, our receivers are just not that good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You know, Thanksgiving, I saw a picture yesterday as I was perusing social media, and I want y'all to find the lie in this statement. I saw a picture of Pat Summerall and John Madden. Yes, I was perusing social media, and I used it for today's thumbnail. I saw a picture of Pat Summerall and John Madden, and the caption read as follows: "Open it."
All right. Oh Lord, I hope it better be good.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, good.
Thanksgiving is just not the same without these two.
Close quote. You know, they were doing a tribute to him, and I felt that energy. I was like, all right, Kevin Burkhardt, you're awesome. Greg Olson, I know you're trying your best, but man, yeah.
But Thanksgiving for me was Pat Summerall and John Madden.
And when I saw those two briefly on the screen, I was like, man, it just will not be the same.
It's not. It's not that. I mean, look, everyone that's in place doing games, including Mike Tirico on Thursday night, love them all. But for me, Thanksgiving got started hearing either Pat Summerall or John Madden or Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen.
Yep.
Those were the only two announced teams for me for Thanksgiving Day. I went and dug up some old Thanksgiving games where Pat and John were the announcers, and most of them were in Detroit, especially 91 against the Bears. I think it was it was 91 against the Bears.
Yeah, odd years. Yeah, odd years. The
Odd years
Lions normally
CBS
play
had
the AFC teams.
odd years CBS had the early game. Even years NBC
even years is NBC
had the early game.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember? Speaking of Thanksgiving broadcast, y'all remember when Ahmad Rashad on air proposed to Felicia at the time, Felicia Ayers Allen?
Yep.
And he had a big lump of a Kleenex or something like on his chin. That one was in Detroit.
1986?
86.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 86.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, the Cowboys were in the process of falling off.
Oh, gosh.
We didn't know who the hell Steve Pallure was because after Danny White hung him up, it was 85. It was
85? Oh.
That's right. It was 85 because Felicia Ayers Allen that year did the Macy's Day Parade. She did the Thanksgiving parade.
Thank you, Ryan.
That was the only thing I hated was all the Thanksgiving parades. Screw that. I want football. I want food and I want food and I want football.
Okay, so considering
so hold on. I have okay, so my niece sent me this picture and it's and I look at this pictures when I was in my teens, probably, whatever. But what I have on my head is utter blasphemy. Utter blasphemy.
Oh no! What did you wear?
It must be something Cowboys related.
Must be.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Let's see it.
It's
it must be something.
And it's and it's so bright it's forcing us not to see it.
It's crazy. It's like when she sent it to me, I said, "Oh hell no!"
Oh Lord!
See that young gentleman right there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You see what he has on his head?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I should. I shouldn't even be showing this.
Why did you put that on your head?
I can't remember why. I can't remember why.
Did you lose a bet?
I don't know why.
Did you lose? That's all about. Did you lose a bet?
But you know what it is? I love blue, and I guess it was like at that time
you had Giants blue.
But at that where I was at, I was in Puerto Rico, and they didn't have Giants hats.
Yeah.
So
it was at the height. It was at the height of the triplets. So
we're talking early to mid 90s. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Ryan McCarthy, I remember that day distinctly. Jets played the Lions, and there was a big snowstorm that day. Yeah, we got clobbered with snow too back in Chicago. We got clobbered. You know who will be here at the bottom of the hour, so we want to thank everyone that's tuned in.
Oh, yeah, she's coming.
He is. I sent him the link, and his next 3 words to me were, "quote I'll be there," close quote.
Awesome,
right?
So. And I really had contemplated, look, I'm going to sleep all day Friday because I have a game tonight. Then I heard this sweet voice in my ear go, "You doing a show today?" And that's when I was hearing "Bang Your Head" by Quiet Riot as my alarm go off. I said, all right, I can go ahead and knock this out.
Well,
I'm just making sure that she rests.
I guess conspicuous. Yeah, I guess conspicuous in your understanding was the private message he sent to me. Yeah, be prepared Friday morning. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right.
Y'all know me by now. Okay. And for the most part, you know how my body operates. If I do something stupid, like stay up till 3, 4 in the morning, I will send a message to Cole and say, "Get us started."
Mm-hmm.
And early on, it was when I would feel like I have time, I'd run out and get breakfast from Casey's, and I'm working on them being a sponsor of my games. Cross your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to Casey's, I would grab something, I would come back, and the next thing I know, my clock says 8:10, and Cole's rocking. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take my time and eat my breakfast. And one day I signed in while I took a bite of a breakfast sandwich, and Cole sent me this message: "Keep eating. I got this until the first break." But I have made a promise to myself that wouldn't happen again. And I've also made a promise to myself to get sleep at night. And this is day number 6 without caffeine.
I'm proud of you.
Ooh, I think I would have killed somebody by now.
I'm proud of you. Oh, not yeah, but to say for people who drink caffeine and you not be without it, I'm
not
proud of you.
really, not so much.
I haven't had.
It's when I don't smoke for those that long that then I might have to hurt someone.
Now that makes sense.
I might have to hurt someone.
You without caffeine, I could see you without.
And I think that's what gets me through my job.
Yeah, but you without weed, I can't see that ever happen.
Yeah, I think that's what gets me through.
That's where we have to make sure we have all the footage we need of catching wise from a break, and the smoke comes out and things like that. All right, 4 minutes after the hour, get ready to push a button because hour 2 starts right about now.
And I know now. On your mark, get set, let's go.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
All of it between 2 people and 4 nostrils. All of it was gone.
LeBron James is pure, unadulterated trash as a basketball player and has been for 20 years. We don't want to see that. Wait a minute. We don't want to see
the cap, bro.
Number 420. Wise El Jefe. Number 420.
I had to do it. Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
That it is. Day after Thanksgiving edition. And beginning today, you can pick up the Snowman in the Morning podcast wherever you consume your podcast, and you can get the best bits from the show. Also, go to snowmaninthemorning.com for the full daily replay with Wise El Jefe, Cole Johnson, and Wise said something during the intro.
What?
I don't know what
I thought I missed it, or stop the lies.
No. Oh no, but I'm getting pissed off with StreamYard, man. It's like for some reason, whenever I play like one of your commercials or something, it like I don't know if it's on my end that it shows like that, like it shows like it's skipping or whatever, or it's like delaying or whatever, and it's pissing me off.
Well, I'm going to make a couple of moves when it comes to streaming this show. There's a couple tests I need to run over the course of the weekend, but I got some things that I'm putting in place, and I will make this request of my executive producer right now. What I need you to do is
grow old and die.
No. Don't you flash that smile at me. What's wrong with you?
I'm just telling you what you need me to do. That's the only thing you need for me to do.
I'll put it in.
What would you like from me?
I will ask of you very politely is to send the intros and the and all the clips, because there's something I'm putting together.
Intros and all the clips. Okay.
Yeah. Send the intro and all the clips. I would like for you to do that, please. But
right.
There's something that there's something we need. There's something we need to do, because I've had the same issues here. Now, speaking of issues,
it sucks. Okay.
Tell me how the hell Kirk Cousins won that game last night.
Well, it's a case of the Patriots not really having the horses. Because normally what Bill Belichick likes to do is he likes to see who's the best player on a team, especially on offense, and he wants to eliminate that player, and then say to whomever the quarterback is, now you're going to have to beat us with somebody else. Well, the Patriots could not do that last night.
Well, because Minnesota Minnesota has horses though. They have They have Jefferson. They have Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
I'm saying they have the weapons.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
have
like
the
they
weapons, but
And the
normally
offensive line did its
Belichick, right?
the offensive line did its job last
Right.
night.
But normally Belichick would be wise enough and find the right scheme to neutralize one of those powerful weapons. Couldn't do it.
400 plus yards of offense last night. Vikings get the win 33-26. Are they legit now?
No.
Meaning, I didn't think so either.
And
what the hell is that playing in the background?
What do you
Thanks
mean?
to
What the hell is that
Vikings.
playing in the background?
Thanks to Vikings. Is it a Vikings theme song?
Oh my
What do you mean?
god!
What do you mean? What the hell is that playing in the background? What are you talking about?
Whatever that music was. What are you playing, man?
Nothing now.
What were you playing?
What were you playing then?
Nothing.
You was playing something.
So as I
No.
was perusing social media, I've had the audacity to have a conversation with a Vikings fan. And
You had a conversation with a Vikings fan? I'm sorry.
Now I'm close personal friends with a Vikings fan, but this wasn't him. I've known him 2 decades, and the dude has a good head on his shoulders, and he'll be more objective about the Vikings than anybody I know. He basically reminds me of how you are with 49ers, Brian, and how you wise are with the Giants. You all do not, and Ryan, how you are with the Jets. You all do not cut corners. When your team does something shoddy, you the first to call them out on it. Well,
exactly. That's what you're supposed to do.
So it was something to be said of the Vikings saying that they were fraudulent because of their 40-3 loss to Dallas. I said, well, no, they've already been fraudulent. They were fraudulent long before then. So of course I had some idiot.
Oh no!
Say
sorry.
Say to me, well, obviously you're not watching the games. Oh, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
I'm not. Oh, so you mean tell me the home win against the Lions, the London win against the Saints, the road victory that you had last Sunday in Buffalo, and there was another game that they played. All of those were W's. So you mean tell me all of those games were like the 40-3 butt whooping that your team took to the Cowboys at home? Really? Because what I recall
took every bit of that butt whooping.
Yeah. So what I recall is before you got your 8th win, your quarterback, who you probably lobbied to be MVP, which I don't, left you 1/2 yard short of scoring a touchdown. And if it wasn't for a bot snap the very next play, you wouldn't win that game. So you cannot tell me that this team is stacked, and this team is powerful, and this team is a Super Bowl contender, because they just don't cut the mustard. And that was before
they don't have anything.
Yeah,
okay, let's just say it honestly. They don't have anything.
And I said that was before the 40-3 butt whooping you took Sunday. And so of course this guy would say, well, 2 ridiculous excuses. Well, that game against Dallas. Well, yeah, we had one of the best offensive linemen in the league go down. Don't give me that crap. Every team faces big time injuries. I don't care who you are.
Shucks, half of my squad was decimated with injuries the last 3 years.
And then this chump thinks that I'm a Cowboys fan and says, well, Dak has lost more games and more games in less time than Kirk Cousins. Explain that.
Oh Lord!
I said, look, let's get something straight. I could give a crap about a Dakota Prescott and a Cooper Rush. I'm just telling you facts, and I didn't even brag about the Cowboys beating the Vikings. That's just you are putting that out there. And
of course
and then he had the nerve to debate me about the Bills game. I'm like, why are you trying to pick apart something that I basically am saying to you? Your team took care of business and won it. Now, you may have not won it in a way that it was dominating, but you won the game.
Look, I hate you, Ryan, but I love you. Hall of Farmer.
Yes, Dak Prescott is a Hall of Farmer. But yes,
not Hall of Famer,
not Hall of Famer.
Hall of Farmer.
So yes, we were talking about the Hall of Farmer. I'm sorry, this idiot was talking to me about the Hall of Farmer and comparing him to Mr. Three Chains with no shirt, and he said, "Well, explain to me what
compared those two."
Yeah, I said,
"Well, the hell was he smoking?"
Yeah, I said, "Well, explain to me why the Vikings only have 2 losses, the Cowboys have 3." Oh, I can easily explain it to you. Here's how it breaks down. Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore are egotistical blowhards. They think they can win games with Dak Prescott throwing the ball more than 40 times.
Can we go back to January? Can we go back to January? Because where I was working at the time, I was surrounded by Cowboy fans. And there were some people staying at the hotel where I was working that were Cowboy fans. And they were decked out. And they said to me, and I was sitting up front, they said to me, "You know the Cowboys are going to win, right?" Wrong. And I stopped them in their tracks, and they turned and looked at me and said, "You actually believe San Francisco has a chance?" I said, "Not only do they have a chance, they're going to punch you in the mouth with something you don't have."
It's a bad matchup for this year. Still, it's a bad matchup for them.
Michael Irvin said it on the Rich Eisen show last Friday.
He did say that.
The worst draw the Cowboys can have was San Francisco. And this Cowboy fan and I went back and forth. He says, "You actually believe the 49ers have a chance?" I said, "I not only think it, I believe it because there's a weapon that the 49ers have and still have that the Cowboys don't." And he says, "Well, what's that?" A running game. A brutal, punishing run game.
But see, Dallas has the running game. Now, the question is,
do they utilize it?
Yes, that's the problem.
And I'll answer,
and that's what I was trying to get through to that dickheaded Vikings fan.
Let's go one step further. Do they utilize it at the right time?
No.
And the answer to that is no.
Because they'll start off and they'll like when they lost the other game prior to these 2 wins, when they lost to Green Bay, they were running all over Green Bay.
They were running Green Bay into the dirt.
Running them over.
Doesn't make sense to me.
And
2
then
touchdown lead, and you got the lead with the run.
Keep running
and
the
they
rock.
abandoned it.
I wouldn't have passed another pass, but for me, it seems like they want to justify the contract that Dak Prescott has.
You might be onto something with that.
Because they have to make sure he has his stats to prove to justify to paying him that kind of money.
Yeah.
Did he get the big contract?
Yes.
Yeah, he got it.
He got it.
Well, that ends that career, and that ends that coaching session.
So
they actually gave that to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
What for?
Yeah. Well, they're afraid of losing him. That's why. And Gerald.
Oh,
I'll talk about you a little later, Gerald. Because you definitely didn't disappoint me. Got pressure from everywhere to sign him, and he decided to get that John Hancock on it. So this dumb Vikings.
Listen, I don't Dak prep. Get that money, Dak. Get anybody.
Anybody
have to get that bag.
Get the bag.
I don't blame the player. They got.
I don't blame the player at all. Get the bag.
They need to get the bag because players been abused in this league for years.
I have said this, and I'll
get that bag.
I have said this. I might print this on a shirt. I have said this in time immemorial, before I could even rationalize and understand exactly what I was saying. I do not say, well, the player's not worth that. I'm like, no, a player is worth what an owner's willing to pay him.
Yes.
If an owner's willing to roll that Brinks truck into a guy that most people think that is undeserving, I'm like, that's not for me. That's the owner. Take it up with him.
Who am I to say what you're worth?
Right.
Hey, you feel that? Hey, Dak, you felt that was your worth?
Yeah.
More power to you, brother.
More power to you.
Take it up the owner. Now, do I feel that Jerry should have paid him that money? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Right.
Maybe not.
Now that is the question people ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this chump of a Vikings fan after this diatribe said to me, quote,
"Oh boy,"
after him griping about the Vikings victory over the Bills, I'm not griping about it. I'm shooting your whiny case to the inability to grasp ideas here amazes me sometimes. Close quote. And so I returned fire.
What?
So I returned
Wait a
fire.
minute. What?
He said, quote,
oh God.
I'm not griping about talking about the Bills Vikings game. I'm shooting your whiny case to the inability to grasp ideas here amazes me sometimes. Close quote. So I returned fire in kind. Quote, whiny. Sir, your purple and yellow glasses, combined with the inability to be objective, is heavily apparent. When you're ready to take off your biased glasses and put on your objective vision, I'll be waiting for you. Until then, I love your purple and yellow pom-poms. They look cute. Close quote. Talking to fans that have no objectivity absolutely sucks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Hawk TV has a good plan, man. That's a good plan, Hawk TV. Like he's laying like Garfield as a fat cat.
Like Garfield, and I'm about to eat some leftovers.
Yes, brother.
Hawk TV. That might be me right after this.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning to you, man. I'm glad your Thanksgiving went well, brother.
That's going to be me right after this.
That's going to be all of us. That's going to be all of us right after.
And look, man,
I got some potato salad, some mac and cheese waiting for me. Like my sister-in-law, she makes some banging potato salad, and she knows I love her potato salad, so she makes a personal pan for me to see. Like this, I'm over at my
nice,
wife's cousin, and her son comes. Mom got a potato salad. It's in the car. I'll get it for you later. I said, you know what? Here's my key. Go put it in my car now.
You're a smart man.
So that we don't forget it.
Load that up now.
Yeah, load that in my car right now. There you go.
Hey, Hawk TV, man. Congrats to your Commanders, man. 6-5, proving that the NFC East is the beast of the NFL, man. Because you all might make it to Taylor. You might make it to the fact that all 4 teams might make it to the playoffs this year.
As crazy as I'm going to sound in saying the NFC East just may be up for grabs.
I don't know if it's up for
crazy
grabs.
As that sounds.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's up for grabs.
I'm not
because the Giants can't lay a finger on the Cowboys. So I know it's not up for grabs.
And I think Philly's the class. Philly's is
Philly's division.
It's to lose. It's Philly's to lose.
That's why I said it sounded crazy.
It's
all right.
It's Philly's
9 minutes
to lose.
9 minutes before the bottom of the hour. Let's do some things. Let's do some.
Oh yeah, you did say you had an email to send. Oh, I thought we did picks. Okay, we do it again. Okay.
These are for Sunday. We did the Thanksgiving picks. We did the Thanksgiving picks.
Too, but okay, go ahead. Shoot.
Starting the Meadowlands, Bears and Jets. Jets favored by 6. All right.
I love you, McCarthy.
Zach Wilson. I don't know.
I love
Zach Wilson's on the bench and Mike White is starting.
I love you, McCarthy, but I'm actually gonna go with Justin Fields and the Bears.
You can go with the deemed winged Fields.
Listen, I've been touting the Jets the whole year.
You have,
and
look at A Pizzle's response. Jets, I guess.
Say that's how I feel. And A Pizzle's a Fins fan. He's a Fins fan, and
that pained him to say that.
No, listen, the Jets to me have a great defense. They have a one of the best defense to me in the league.
What's scary about that is they're getting better.
Yes.
But
the loss of Breece Hall, the regression
sucked the life out of their offense.
That Breece Hall loss is huge.
Yes.
Sucked the life out of their offense.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson not being able to pass the damn ball because you have the weapons. You have Garrett Wilson out there. You have Corey Davis out there. you have
missing
tight,
a
you have
wide
a bunch
open
of tight
receiver on a screen and throwing it over
bro,
his head.
bro. I've been trying to defend him. I've been trying my best. He just makes me look stupid.
I'm glad I didn't say it. I look.
Are you
Hopefully, Mike
so?
White.
Are we split?
Hopefully we get the
split
Mike White.
here?
No. Actually, if they can get the Mike White that beat the Bengals last year, then I can say the Jets have a shot at winning the game.
I agree.
That's a coin flip for me. Speaking of coin flips, Denver favored by 1 in Carolina. I'm taking a mulligan on that game. I'm gonna go curl up and hide. Gentlemen,
Sam Darnold starts the game. Sam Darnold is starting.
Okay, well then Sam Darnold starting. Okay, Broncos
Broncos.
by Broncos,
Okay.
and the score's gonna be 7-6. Basic is gonna be
or
like
7-5.
on it. They don't have it.
Or 7-5 like we saw earlier in the year.
I forgot Charlie doesn't have a Major League Baseball team. I was gonna say it's
Buccaneers
like the Rockies versus
and
Braves.
Oh gosh, Buccaneers and Brownie the Elves. Okay,
And
Tom Brady, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna lay the 3 and I'm gonna lay the 3.5, and I'll take the Buccaneers.
Congratulations to the stupid fool who drove on First Energy Stadium and ruined the turf. You drove in the wrong part to ruin. If you're going to ruin that turf, you should have done donuts on Brownie the Elf.
Dig up the elf. Dig up the elf and tell him put the Cleveland Browns helmet down. Why?
Yes.
You make this unanimous?
It's the Bucs.
Okay. Bengals and Titans. Here's a good one. Bengals and Titans. Bengals favored by 3 in Tennessee. 7 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, true road favorite.
They
Nice.
really want folks to bet the Titans because they're at home. That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Honestly,
You know
Joe,
what?
I do trust. I do trust though.
But look,
I
it's
trust
difficult to
Burrow.
not trust Burrow. It's difficult to not trust Burrow.
I trust after what happened last week. I trust Burrow. Do we really have to discuss the Texans and the Dolphins?
No,
Pins all the way, baby. Pins all the way.
I'm taking
Texans are a
I'm taking
freaking
the
dumpster
Dolphins.
fire. The Texas dumpster,
Do we
and
have to
they're
discuss
starting
the
another
Falcons and the
QB.
Redskins? Do we have to discuss the Falcons and the Redskins?
Washington. Taylor Heineke, baby. Taylor Heineke.
In Taylor, I trust, and I'm going to lay the 4 points.
It's
Ravens and Jaguars.
Go 75.
Ravens and Jaguars. Baltimore favored by 4.
Baltimore go
8-3. Lay them all.
Yeah,
Lay them all.
8-3. Yeah.
It's the Jaguars, and they have fallen off. They have fallen off a cliff. All right, a couple of 4-5
They're
games.
better than Urban Meyer, but they still not.
The Chargers and the Cardinals. Chargers favored by 3. Brendan Staley coaches that team. But I will
Cliff
trust them here.
This is what sucks.
Thank you. This is a dog game. And you know what, Cole? Love you for saying this earlier in the week. After taking a look at the slate, there are some dog games.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I skipped a few. That's why I skipped a few.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the best game of the week was going to be the middle game on Thanksgiving. That really was the game of the week.
Giants and Cowboys.
Giants and Cowboys.
Yeah. Because now you got the Raiders and the Seahawks. That's at 4:05. Derek Carr is snooze fest. I'm not even picking that one. Rams and Chiefs. Chiefs 8-2. Rams 3-7. That's
Mahomes is going to call
25.
his passing number.
Yeah, the Rams are just
okay. Let's play over.
now.
Let's play over under. Let's play over under. The number. The number that's the subject. Number of passing yards by Patrick Mahomes, and the number I'm saying is 400.
I say
he said.
So he says under. He said he goes.
I'm going over.
So that's under.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over too. I'm
going over.
I mean,
he's going to chop the Rams.
I've heard this from Rams fans. The Rams should be ashamed of themselves for how they have come out this year.
Playmaker said that on the show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we have to discuss the Saints, the 49ers?
No, 49ers should mollywop them.
Should.
It's at home.
They should run
They should.
all day long.
They
They
should.
should run.
They should.
They're going to run all day long on that decimated Saints defense. And I mean decimated in terms of performance. Packers and Eagles. Philadelphia favored by 6.5. Double it. Give me the Eagles, and I'm doubling it.
You ain't as good as you
Gonna
thought you
lose
were.
again.
I'm going with the Eagles. Fly,
Yeah,
Eagles, fly.
Cool.
That hurt.
10-1,
Fly,
baby.
Eagles,
Fly,
fly.
Eagles, fly. Sam,
Hey,
for you.
10-1 for 10-1 for the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And then you got dog matchup. Steelers and Colts on Monday night, and I'll make sure that I am dead asleep. Look, my house is split. Okay.
Yes,
you know
you're a
who's the
49ers
Colts fan in my house.
and the missus is a Colts fan. Yes,
The missus is a Colts fan, and in a way, I became a Colts fan because of my daughter Donna.
Of course.
I'm not even going to try it. Y'all discuss it amongst yourselves. I'm not even going to
Discuss what? The only reason I would go for the Steelers is because of Mike Tomlin. I want Jeff Saturday to lose every game he coaches.
The only reason why I would want the Colts to win is I want to have my manager come in the next morning with the foulest of moods.
But now, see, I don't want that. I want Jeff Saturday to lose every other game of the season.
But what makes it suck even worse?
Why? Because they skipped over. Because to me, they skipped over coaches that are deserving to be head coaches.
Forget that.
I get it.
No, forget that. They skipped over a coach they already have on their staff, and Reggie Wayne.
And Gus Bradley's on that staff as well.
And Gus Bradley skipped over both of them.
And Gus Bradley.
So yeah, and then for Irsay to come out and say, "Oh no, it wasn't personal with him and Frank Wright or whatever it is," but
Yeah,
to me, it's like
it was.
To me, it's like
so why was Nick Sirianni running to Colts fan and actually saying that was for effing Frank Wright?
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jim Irsay is an idiot. Jim
Irsay's been an idiot. He's been an idiot.
Let's play over under again. And we're going to Santa Clara. Number of rushing yards by the 49ers. I'll set the bar at 300.
Under.
Rushing yards?
It'll be over 200, but I say under.
Rushing yards under.
Okay.
But
you know what?
But the 49ers will rush out over the Saints.
Yeah,
they will run like crazy.
I don't think it's gonna be 300 yards.
I just want to see them get. They'll get at least 200.
You'll see it. 200. Yeah,
you'll see it.
But I don't think 300. I think that's like disrespectful. Like I would think the defense, like.
So
I know if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll be upset if someone rushed for 300 yards on me.
Yeah, I would take it as a personal insult.
Then there's a few defensive coordinators that are highly upset then because they have been gashed for 300 yards. Now, I get to say this with all the pleasure and love in my heart. Push the damn button.
Oh. Si, senor.
Oh.
Push the button.
All right.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish, baby Jesus, that I had alcohol in this container because I need some after watching Screaming Nate Smith.
Baby Jesus, really?
6 pounds 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bass will be in the air.
He is indeed in the air. And he joins us for a post-Thanksgiving edition as we enter the Boom Shakalaka. And there's our man, Chris Bass. Good morning, sir. Hope you had a fabulous Thanksgiving.
I did. Good morning to you, Rain Man. Good morning to the mad scientist and wise all. Everybody into the comment section of the Thanksgiving Boom Shakalaka to all.
Thanksgiving Boom Shakalaka to you.
You too, brother.
Thank you so much.
How much did you eat yesterday?
I didn't eat that much because before I get into food coma and pass out, and I get tired of that. You get older sometimes. You in my situation, you weigh a little bit more, and so
He's
when you
got a
hit the
point.
floor, you hit, and your body parts ache. And the thing about it, your body parts are aching before you hit the floor. So it's just I had to slow down. So I didn't eat as much as I usually do. So I'm trying to pace myself. But I thought about it outside of traditional, turkey and all types of meats. It could be lamb, it could be, ham, whatever. I would one day like to, whether it's Christmas, holiday season, or Thanksgiving, I like to have prime rib one day. Give us a prime rib dinner with all the fixings, and that to me is the holiday season.
Prime rib.
That actually happened to me one year. That actually happened to me, 2017. Had all the traditional meats, had the ham, had the turkey, and then all of a sudden, I get this whiff, and I said, "Why am I on prime rib?" The young lady's mom, young lady who I was dating at the time, her mom came to me and says, "Because I've got 2 of them in the oven." Oh Lord,
dang!
Prime rib on Thanksgiving, perfecto.
Yes,
just perfect.
Well, I gotta continue to pray to baby Jesus for mine.
6 pounds 7 ounces.
One day,
there you go.
6 pounds. We got to make 6 pounds prime rib for base. One year we'll do that. We'll fix up some prime rib. And wherever we are, we'll fly base out and like, base, here's your prime rib. Have at it.
Oh man. There was this place, it closed down. One of my favorite places my wife and I used to go to. Lowry's Prime Rib here in downtown Chicago.
Oh,
and
Lord, yes.
They had the best, and they had the really great services. And, at the time, when my wife and I were going, you don't find too many of us color-wise in that type of establishment. Nothing wrong with that, just it is the way it is.
Right.
So every now and again, when you see someone, you always give them the head nod. If you saw another black person, you do like this.
Yeah, you always give the nod.
Everybody gives a nod. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
You don't have to say anything. You just greet them with the head nod.
And everybody knows what that means. So one time, as they do the circuses, they have a chef with the medallion and the hat come out, and he cuts the prime rib right in front of you, right there at the table. It brings the whole thing out. And so one time it was a brother that came out. I must say our portions were more than we asked for, and it was done on purpose. So you just do one. You see, you're like, hey man, I'm gonna hook you up.
I got you, brother.
Right,
I got you.
I gave you the hook up. So even when we took our meals home, and because we bring some back for the family, he even hooked it up too. So when I saw that, I gave him probably the biggest tip I ever gave in my life to anybody, man, because he had to do that.
That's cool.
So that one love that happens, we give him the head nod. You know what time it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Lori's Steakhouse. I got introduced to Lori's at a very early age because my parents one night said, "You know what? We're going to go out to dinner. It's a Saturday night," and we went to Lori's. I went in there and immediately was in a coma because I knew how much I eat that night.
Oh yeah.
Even with what we brought home, and the same thing happened. The same thing happened to us. Man, when they slice that prime rib in front of us, usually it's like Bass said. Usually you only get a few pieces. No. They put a tray in front of us. Sliced everything. He dropped it in front of us. And his next 3 words were "have at it," and walked off.
Wow,
Cole,
you
I actually want to do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Don't do
all right.
You'll see.
Okay.
No.
Whenever.
No.
Okay.
I see the ad.
I see it. I see it. When the layout let him do it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I want to do it. This edition of the Boom Shakalaka with Chris Bass is brought to you by Baby Jesus Prime Rib, or 6 pounds and 7 ounces of blessed delight.
Good job, Sick.
Oh, wait.
And a nice delivery.
Y'all will hear that. Y'all will see that in a video next week. I'm guaranteeing it right now.
Don't get me wrong. Look, I love the lore, but I ain't talking about devouring. We're not talking about going to first Sunday.
Exactly.
I mean, this is my body take. We're not talking about that. We just all we just talking about is prime rib.
It's prime rib, yeah.
That's all, man. I'm sorry. I mean, once again, I joke about baby Jesus, but I do believe in God. But I'm not going to sit there and talk about, oh yes, on the menu here, can I have the baby Jesus prime rib, please? Thank you very much. With red wine, so I can have this devoured down, so I can eat thy body. I can have the wine. This due in remembrance of him. No, I'm not getting into all that. No.
And the bells ring.
Well, all of us here, we are.
Do this in remembrance of me, and the bells ring, right? As you hold the prime rib.
Yes, exactly right. Take this, partake, and eat. This due in remembrance of me.
So, Mr. McCoffey has a question. He would like to know mid cut or end cut. He prefers the end cut of prime rib.
I usually do the mid cut, and so back when I was going to Lowry's, the prime rib, they give you choice different cuts, like the Jim Brady cut, Diamond Jim Brady cut. It's kind of like medium, think about like that. Smaller cuts, or they had my favorite, the beef bowl. So the beef bowl was a good portion of it. I was like that thick. And you just, you eat that there, or you take it home with you, man. I made sure I didn't eat for 2 days straight. Before you go to Lowry, man. I would
forever,
man. As a matter of fact, in LA, they would serve it to whoever the Rose Bowl competitors were. So that became a tradition in Los Angeles at their Lowry's there. So whoever the teams that went to the Rose Bowl went to Lowry's prime rib and had that type of because the beef bowl was named after that.
I can only imagine what USC and Northwestern had in 1996 when they played in the Rose Bowl. I can only imagine how much was going around there.
Oh yeah.
There was another restaurant in Chicago that my family and I used to frequent. It was called Maxwell Sweeney's, and there was a sandwich, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was piled. It was like a Dagwood piled high, and I thought I could conquer that. 13 years old, I thought I could conquer that sandwich. Not a chance. That sandwich started like this, and for some reason, it's like the endless soup and salad at the name of the place escapes me right now. There's a restaurant where they have
Olive Garden, something like
that. Thank you. That's the one, Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And the sandwich just kept coming in parts. And my mother would look at me and said, "You ordered it, you eat it." Mom, I'm getting full and I want dessert. And my dad's cracking up. My dad's cracking up. Finally, Dad ended the torture and said, "Box the rest of this, box the dessert. We're going home." I would sleep in the car on the way home.
You make me love your father more and more by the day, because that's exactly something. That's exactly the same move my father would pull on me.
My dad ended the torture, and he came up to me later and he says, "Are you gonna order that sandwich next time we go to Maxwell Sweeney's?" I said, "Probably." No. He said, "All right, I'll have one with you."
I love my dad, God rest his soul, but he was very adversarial at times. In my mind, my dad's voice was deeper than mine. So when I was a teenager, now this is a story I'm going to tell. I do blame having a sunstroke. It was the summertime. It was about 105 degrees in the shade. And so usually what we do all the garden work, cut the grass before noon, because after 12 noon, the sun starts to beam.
Yeah.
So we're out there earlier before that.
Unforgiving.
So we're out there. My dad is like doing the trimming and stuff like that with the bushes, and I'm cutting the grass. Mind you, I'm blaming heat stroke. I'm 16, about 15, 16. I was dating, was soon be my then wife, my girlfriend at the time. I went over to my dad and said, "Dad, you do me a favor?" I said, "What, son?" "Could you go to Walgreens and buy me some Trojans?"
Oh, Lord.
He said, "What'd you say?" And take that back. I'll take that. I'm sorry. I remissed. What'd you say, boy? You hear that, boy? Now, mind you, I'm sweating from head to toe. I said, "Sir, could you please go to Walgreens and buy me some Trojans, prophylactics, ribbed, sir? Yes, ribbed. Yes, sir. I appreciate it." He puts down the shredder, the thing to cut the bushes with. Looks me dead in my eye. I ain't getting any. Why should I help your ass?
You're not a Trojan man.
Yeah. He's like, no. He's like, hey, if I ain't getting none, you ain't getting none either. He like, son, I am not getting no action. I cannot. I'm not going to try to imagine you getting action. That's not happening.
No,
right.
That's foul. That's absolutely foul. Like,
but he was right again. Heat stroke. Heat stroke. I've been out there for 2 hours, so I blame heat strokes. My dad was like, "I want you to go back over there, cut the grass," and this conversation never happened.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
I could have died that morning. I could have been taken smooth out.
That is messed up. Yeah.
Yes.
That is messed up. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my father believed in hard work, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't take it past the extreme.
Can we get Samuel? Can we get Samuel L again? Can we get Samuel L again?
I don't remember asking you a thing.
And Rod West, that's for you.
Yeah, put Rod's comment up there. Can you do me a favor, please? Put it back up there, please. I want to address Rod real quick.
I got it.
Yes, sir.
I got it.
Okay.
There it is.
I'm not going to read it. What? Rod West?
He's not even going to speak to you.
You ought to be ashamed of thyself. Do not do things like this. Because when you do things like this, your soul is required to go back to hell.
Oh, Lord.
It's disgusting.
Not required.
It's outrageous. It doesn't make any sense. I implore you for the human race, stop doing this crap. Please. You will save your soul.
Please stop soiling this program with
soiling with crap on it. Thank you. Exactly. Don't you hear the introduction when we do this every Friday?
Like
you
the
must be you.
Like the
you must be a
introduction
mess.
says.
Right.
Like the introduction
It
says.
says so.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it.
Thank you,
Rod.
And what did Rod West do?
Soil with crap.
The program, but putting crap on it.
Oh yes.
You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
And I caught the funeral. I caught a replay of the funeral from last Friday.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard my stomach hurt.
I don't know those
When
dominoes.
Chris Bass busted out "The Mind I Lost."
The mind I lost.
when he busted that out, I couldn't even get through the whole sermon service.
Oh, gosh.
Because all I hear Chris Bass go is "The mind I lost," and I lost it right there.
The part that got me.
We may have to bring that. We may have to bring that back. We may have to bring that back for the frivolity that Rod just put up. Angry Black Man, good morning to you. I know that's a direct connection from one of my good buddies, Charles Faulkner. Is it too early for leftovers? I'll answer this, Chris.
Never.
Oh
hell no.
Never.
I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have some today.
I'm gonna have some right after the show.
Yes,
I'm gonna have a couple rounds of it. I'm gonna have a couple rounds of it.
I'm gonna have some later today and later on today.
And later, yes. I love it. Not later.
Yeah. Later.
We have a new word from Cole Johnson. Later. I love it because I know I'm gonna have someone I come in for my game tonight. I know I'm gonna have someone I come in for my game tonight because I know my wife, and she'll text me like at halftime. Okay, baby, what you want for dinner? And I would tell her, "Oh, thank you, Sick.
Know your role and put away your keyboard.
Put away your keyboard.
Thank you, Sick. Thank you.
Especially on Wednesdays, Rod West. And don't
Sorry,
you ever
y'all
debate.
lost it. Yeah.
You know what's so best about that
Sorry, y'all
song, A Pistol? When Bass got to the end of it, I was like, oh Lord, he's going to the end of The Love I Lost, where they just keep saying, I lost it.
Yep.
Sorry, I lost it. And
I
he just went
lost
Teddy
it.
Pendergrass on it. I'm like, oh man.
It was a good mine. Sorry, y'all lost. You know, can I have it back, please? Sorry, y'all lost it.
He just
With
went
some ham and cheese. Sorry, y'all lost
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
he went straight Teddy Pendergrass and he just blanked out and was Teddy
Chris Bass
in this moment.
Chris Bass went ham and cheese with that song.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
I lost.
I don't know how I was able to just continue to sing because inside I was bursting out laughing.
Well, this is you we're talking about, man, scientist. This is you we're talking about. This is the same fellow who can stay in character through any and everything. And I need to push a button here. This is the same character this is the same guy, my partner, my radio partner, who can stay in character through any and everything unless it's this.
You tripping. Oh, Lord,
I still don't know how I broke you that day with that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, but it's great. So when the condom situation, it reminds me of don't drink your juice in the hood while being a menace to society, whatever it was. And he's having a conversation with his father, and they're talking about the condom, and he goes, talks about the condom, and the father goes, and he goes, man, you use condoms? Nah. He says, no, I didn't use it. He says, yeah, man, because you can't feel shit when you're using the condom.
Oh, Lord. I totally forgot about that scene.
Man.
You know what I liked about the movie was a great parody, obviously.
Yes.
A fantastic parody.
Yes,
and the late, great Bernie Mac was one of my favorites, played
Mine
that
too.
racist cop. And then recreated that scene from Boys in the Hood.
Yes.
Oh,
he was
man.
like,
Yes.
I hate my black gums. I hate black keys on the piano.
And worst of all, I hate that black A Wesley Snipes.
Right, exactly right.
Why?
Oh, the part where he said, and I hate Forrest Whitaker, the back of his neck. Ah!
Since we're talking about great movies and great parodies, I blame Cole for bringing back to life one of the best movies of all. When we were signing off one day, Blazing Saddles. We were signing off one day, and I'm getting ready to push the button. What's up, Ben? I'm getting ready to push the button to sign us off. And what does Cole do? Cole opens his mouth, says, "That sheriff is a..." Right as I push the button to sign off.
That sheriff is a nick.
I went and looked up that. I looked up that scene and laughed all day. Mel Brooks was a freaking genius.
I was just ready to say that, yes.
Oh, Ben. I hate Whoopi Goldberg's list because they black. I forgot about that line too. Yes.
Ben, you missed it. Ben, you missed some crazy
throw
stuff.
It back throw it back in our face with humor.
Yeah,
I watched Blazing Saddles that
was
night.
last night. Ryan did.
Blazing Saddles really, I mean, is a genius at work. Going back to Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks was just able to take that kind of comedy and make it work. I mean, if everybody knows the story, the Black Sheriff. First of all, it was Cole's screenplay written by Richard Pryor, and Richard Pryor was supposed to be the Black Sheriff, but Warner Brothers said no because we know about his cocaine situation. We can't take insurance policy out on him because you know put a dent into the whole situation. So it was Richard Pryor who recommended, of course, you know, my man coming in to play the Black Sheriff during that time. So, you know, it's amazing how things work. But see, that chemistry that could have been in Blazing Saddles between him and Gene Wilder went into Silver Streak, and then they had the partnership that day forward.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh.
That combination of Pryor and Wilder was some of the funniest movies, man.
Absolutely.
Man.
Some of the funniest movies.
Anybody stir crazy anyone?
Yeah, we back.
Oh, and directed by the great Sidney Poitier, directed that movie.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
When uttered those, but when Cole uttered those words as we were as we were signing off, and the timing was just perfect. I did Ryan, and I watched that movie, and I looked up those parts, and I didn't stop laughing.
Look, you
Standing on top
to
of
me,
white guy standing on top of a roof. Okay, and if you look at this, and you look at the set, you're wondering, they couldn't hear him anyway because he had repeated it.
Right.
Hey, the sheriff is a
Yep. What did he say? The sheriff is near. Oh no, that's not what I said. I said the sheriff is a Oh hell. It is
I love
even
Mel
at
Brooks.
the
It
end,
is classic.
even
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, I was trying to say that the sheriff was a
Oh gosh, Mel Brooks is genius.
couldn't even get the word out.
Man,
And that damn
when he's up there, when Bart's up there and he's trying to let everybody know from Governor LePedomain that he is now the sheriff of Rockridge, and all these guns come out, his own gun put to his neck, drop it. I'll blow this Negro's head all over this town. Oh Lordy Lord, he's serious. Do what he said. It was like, anybody gonna help that poor man? Hush, Harriet. That's a sure way of getting him killed.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen that movie over and over again. It gets better and better, or betterer and betterer and betterer.
Yes, betterer and betterer and betterer. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Oh man, Mel Brooks is a genius because
He is.
I love Spaceballs. That's one of my favorite movies as well.
Yeah, History World Part 1 is mine.
Oh, yeah.
You
Prepare
look like
ship
the
for
piss
ludicrous speed.
You like a bucket of.
Gets me every time I hear that.
Yes. Woo. Man,
You know we're gonna have
you
to
can
work
find
those
all these
clips.
great lines. and great
We're
scenes.
gonna have to work those clips into the show now. You realize
The jig is up and gone.
and gone.
And now my next impression, Jesse Owens.
My gosh. I think I was what?
Ryan McCarthy in the chat. He said you was hung, and they were right.
They were right.
It was like, well, don't worry, everybody will like
what
you
about
now.
Mongo knocking out the horse?
Knocking out the horse. That's a good scene too.
You know, that was based off a true event. So we're going back in history now. So Mel Brooks, if you look up a guy named Sid Caesar was a fantastic,
brilliant comedian,
great comedian.
Yeah,
he used to be on Saturday nights back in the day on NBC live on television. His writing staff was Carl Reiner, Mel Brooks, Larry Gelbart, who developed MASH on TV, Woody Allen. And I go on. It's a plethora of all these different people who I'm not a fan of Woody Allen, but my point is all these plethora of different talents
That's an
table.
all-star writing team.
Exactly. So Sid was unfortunately a very mean drunk, and so when he would make appearances, he would usually drink, and so they sent Mel to babysit him. So in fact, it happened in Chicago here. So years ago, it's Sid Caesar and Mel Brooks, and they're in a cab. And they were stuck in traffic on Michigan Avenue downtown. And so there was this guy a policeman on a horse. And he's arguing with the policeman. Sid gets out of the cab and hits the horse. He didn't knock him down. But he takes the fist and stole on him.
Oh Lord, he steals on the horse. Oh Lord.
So Mel put that into the movie, exaggerated obviously, but he got that from a true event working with Sid Caesar.
Oh my gosh. How live events could be the genesis of great comedic brilliance. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one of my favorite comedians of all time is the late great George Carlin. And the bit that got me hooked on George Carlin was when he talked about flying on an airplane. And my favorite line forever from that bit. About this time, someone's telling you to get on the plane. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. I say, I'm getting in the plane. And I would tease my parents about that every time they'd go to Las Vegas on vacation. Well, my wife and I made a trip July of 2019, and we were packing up. We were getting ready. And Jody looks at me and she says, you know what I'm going to say to you? And I'm already laughing. And I said, does this have to do with what we have to climb onto when we get to Indianapolis? She says, yes. I said, don't say it. I said, don't say it yet. Of course, she didn't listen. She says, as you always say, get on the plane, get on the plane. And I'm in a fit of laughter already. And she says, I'm waiting for you to finish it when we're climbing into the plane. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. There was a fellow sitting in our row, and he's wondering, why Jody and I are laughing so hysterically. And I said, are you familiar with George Carlin? He says, no. I said, then you wouldn't understand.
Somebody talking about great comedians. I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of days ago. Still, Harlem Nights to me is, you can't get more classic than that. And so one of my favorite scenes, this is after Quick, of course, played by Eddie Murphy, shoots and kills Dominic LaRue, played by Jasmine Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Sugar's house, right? Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm coming. Open the door. So, how's your date?
I killed her.
He was like, I killed her. I killed her. Like, tore the box up, huh? And he comes to the apartment. No, man, I shot her.
With a straight
was the box
face.
that bad, man?
With a straight face.
How they were able to do that. And
He
not
said, so how was your day? I killed her. Oh, turn up, huh?
Right.
No, man, I killed her.
What
are you talking about?
I
shot her, man. Was the box that bad, man?
Bad. I love it. And that whole movie, is
that right there.
Man, the cast again is fantastic. Eddie Murphy at his prime in his professional life to write, produce, direct, star, and him being admired Richard Pryor. He went to Richard Pryor with 7 different scripts before Richard signed on for Harlem Nights. Seven scripts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And there's a clip that we use from Harlem Nights, courtesy of the late great Red Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, please.
That's right.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, but it's that movie.
You mess with me that way. You get my mouth ready for some hash and eggs. You ain't got no hash. You can't get messing with me that way, bitch. Please.
No, it's they have so many classic lines, especially Sunshine. When the dude he calls his wife.
What they said.
When he calls the wife.
Look,
goes,
I'm not coming home anymore. Take it easy. Click.
It's what they said, and in red when they said why the woman's name is Sunshine.
Oh Lord!
Like, why wouldn't one meet her? Why I do.
And Dilla reset the whole thing up. I have got a girl whose box is so good. If you threw it in the air, which is when Red made that face, it would turn into sunshine.
It's sunshine.
You go back to the thing about the orange juice scene.
Well, I don't want to meet her.
You have to.
You have to. Richard Pryor and Red Fox. I don't want to meet her. I do.
If you go back to the scene with the orange juice, and he's going back and forth with that, the parrot steals the scene for me.
Yeah,
because we hear the parrot in the background. It's like, like,
you know what,
bitch, please, my the parrot does it, man. And again, going back to Eddie Murphy, man, too. How are these people in the movie?
Did they record that and then just play it? Because I want to know how they pulled that off with the parrot.
Well, you record it and put it in there, right? Man, I'm telling you. You got to thank these people for giving us so much laughter, and so much joy, man. Because they were just go ahead.
Diggy in the comments. What about the alley fight with Della Reed?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you want to hit some?
Oh,
you.
Right now.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hit
Nah,
somebody with
he
a garbage
hit
can.
him with the garbage can. And you hear the theme from Jaws. God bless you, Herbie Hancock. Right on time with that. You crazy bitch. And Robin Harris, he and his partner looking like going, nah. So as you think everything's calm, Della Reed stands up. Oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans. Eyes as big as saucers. And he turns around and she pulls it. Nah, I got to cut you. Click.
Nah, I got to cut you.
Now, to be fair, as many times in this movie, if I was quick, I would question that too. You back there humping and pumping and sweating. Only get $200?
Not humping and pumping.
$200.
Are you not in charge of the girls?
Right.
Not
Let's go along the open. Are you in charge of the girls? I am in charge of the girls. Right. But man, Quick had a point. I'm sorry. Before the fight, he had a very valid point. Y'all back there, doing the mattress mambo, and all he got is $200.
He said the girls are always coming up short.
The girls, everybody will come up short except the girls.
God bless you, Della Reed. She takes those steps toward him, and you see her face just wrinkle up, and you see the steam coming out of her ears. And before she took that first step, you hear Richard Pryor go, "Now calm down, Vera," and you hear her take 3 steps toward her. Now calm down, Vera. Kiss my ass, sugar. And then one of the best parts for me, before the parrot, when Richard Pryor bailed everybody out, and they quoted $7,500. Give me a receipt. Everybody's filing out, and then Della Reed comes out, cane and all, and there's the best 4 words I ever heard: "Kiss my entire ass."
I was like, entire?
Entire. That's a lot of ass. You'll be there for like 2 days for real. That's a 2-day ass. No offense, Della Reed. No, God bless her. God love her. But an ass like that, you have to just put your bib around your neck. Ain't gonna be there for about 2 days, man. I'm telling you. 2-day ass.
He said 2-day ass.
You gotta take some breaks in between that, man. I'm telling you. That's a 2-day ass.
That's a lot of ass.
That's why it's 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
One day you just scratching the surface.
What did Richard Pryor say in the comment? What did Richard Pryor say in the comedy routine? That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Please, no. 2 days. He actually said that in the routine.
I'm telling you, you have to pray and take your vitamins, and then the orange juice behind it, and just go in there and go for broke. But that's a 2-day ass, man. You're gonna put in some work.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. He
Not
did say.
Day.
Oh my Lord! Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did he just do that? Did he just do?
2-day. Wow.
Day
Whether
ass.
you're at home or you have to get a room, and a lot of time for that. Time management is key, so you cannot just lollygag. This is an event that you're about to do, and you got to put in 2 days' work. In fact, you can clock on your phone. Every time you're on the phone, you can clock on your phone, put a timer on your phone if you want to for your breaks. And if it's a prostitute, make sure you have your credit card, because you can slide it right through her ass cheeks and make sure it's your chin.
Oh, you mean like what Nelly did in Tip Drill?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I will invoke when he's talking about a time clock, I will invoke Chris Berman.
I don't know how that hasn't gotten me yet.
I'll invoke Chris. I will invoke Chris Berman again. See how
I seriously do not know how that has gotten me yet.
I swear to God, sometimes Chris Bass, I swear Chris Berman improvises when he does those highlights. When he does those highlights for NFL primetime, he improvises. I swear he improvises. And that clip right there I got from 1994 when he was talking about the Jets and the Dolphins. Of course, that was Marino's fake spike game. I thought I'd break Cole with that sound.
I thought you would too.
On a two-day excursion, on a 2-day ass excursion, this is all you need.
Gotta put in work, Doc.
Why did you say that it would take 2 days to kiss?
Because it's Chris Bass. Do you have to ask that question? Because it's Chris Bass and because it's Harlem Nights.
Wow.
That's your answer. Because it's Chris Bass and because it's Harlem Nights. Period.
Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we've all seen them, man. I'm telling you. I mean, if a Yas like that was to get on the bus, she would have to pay 2 fares. One for herself and one for her traveling companion behind her.
I've ridden the Chicago Transit Authority on many an occasion, and Bass speaks nothing but truth. When I worked security for the Democratic National Convention in 1996, and I was also a student at the time, I figure I get on the number 3 bus, ride it from downtown to Chicago State, go to class, be done. And you had a woman with that kind of Yas get on the bus when you're about to sleep and the bus tilts. When you hear her get on the bus, doom, doom.
Oh, that's sad.
And you look up and you go, don't sit next to me, please. Please don't sit next to me. This is what
the bus tilts. That's sad.
This, and Bass, you can vouch for me. This is when you beg. This is when you beg for mercy. And you're like, sit somewhere else, please. And it's like Bass said, got to pay 2 fares. One for her and one for her traveling companion.
Well, it also goes back to Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy when he plays the Reverend. And of course, he can't go in because it's Christ and everything else is God. So they had the service outside at night service.
Yes.
And he's like, Yas is good. Now don't look at it like that. We all got here about Yas. And what's good, get some evil Yas. Get some evil Yas. Woo! Yeah.
the woo.
That was it.
That came from the background.
Yes.
It's always what gets me.
My brother Johnson was out last night with a $2 hole.
I'm like, oh Lord.
He enjoyed it. Did enjoy yourself. Now you only get so much. The $2 hole go you stretch so far. I'm telling you, man, it's stone cold genius, man.
You get a piece of some evil A. Woo!
Woo!
Evil
That
ass.
was it.
I was done.
Oh
Evil
yeah.
ass, $2 ass, and the woo in the background.
Yes.
That'll do it.
That's what did me. I'm like, oh no.
Oh my God.
No, not too many people talking
The
about
legend.
Vampire in Brooklyn. I like
who directed that movie? You know who directed that movie? Wes Craven.
Who's that?
Who?
Oh,
Wes Craven directed that. Oh,
makes sense. Makes sense.
Wes Craven directed Vampire in Brooklyn.
But see, what people understand, Eddie Murphy is a purist because what he did with that movie is the Bram Stoker Dracula format.
Yes.
Coming from a different place, he just changed that ethnicity. He gets on the boat. He changes forms. That was from the original Dracula. He just made it more modern, and I believe it worked. There was again Angela Bassett, late John Witherspoon, Kadeem Hardison. I mean, once again, great cast. Alan Payne, great cast.
I was gonna say that yellow brother, but you named him
the yellow brother, right?
Yeah, G Money,
High Yellow brother, right?
G Money. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Sit your $5 down for me.
And then you know what? I'm directing this to Rod West for every frivolity he puts in the comments. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Talking about some stop the cap and start the. I borrow from base. He who shall not be named, and I unfortunately named him. Just need to go back to hell. Just need to go back, take your place, and then come out again.
No, why does it have to be? I request you to go back.
You gotta say it that way. You gotta be polite. You gotta say the base way. You gotta say it the base way. I request. Yes.
That you go back to hell.
Base is always polite about it.
See, I study people over years. I mean, I study people. I sit down. I don't say anything, and I watch people. And when you watch them, some people just otherworldly. I don't mean in a good way. I mean, they have been somewhere where it's hot and it's fiery and it's brimstone and you burn your gas all the time. And some people who were demons and followers of Satan were, I don't know, made a deal or cut a deal and escaped from the bowels of hell. And they walk around here in human form. Because to me, it's no way in the world a basic human being can be this way unless they have been possessed or unless they had come from a background that they used to be in, which was hell itself. So me, being the person that I am, I request that you go back home. Go back home where you belong. You don't need to walk in the earth. We don't need your yes.
He says, I request.
I'm Ryan right now. I'm dead.
We don't need that here.
I'm dead.
Said, I request. That is what got
would
me.
You say that?
Yes.
Space, would you say that again, please? Close out the show with that request again.
To all the evil yasses out there, the sound of my voice and my bronze god looks, you need to stop walking the earth and giving us human beings grief. And I, being who I am, me, request that you know who you are, go back to hell.
Oh my.
That is the legendary Chris Bass. He joins us every Friday morning requesting that the evil people go back to hell. Bass, we love you so much. I'm glad I moved the picks tonight. I'm glad I moved the picks to 9:15 instead of 10:15 because there's no way we'd be able to top what Bass does every Friday. We love you, Bass. Thank you.
You can never follow anything.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brothers. Love you more. Have a fantastic weekend to you.
You too, man.
And to everybody in the comment section. Enjoy yourselves.
Peace out, brother.
Peace,
Thank
brother.
you, Bass.
Take care.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish, baby Jesus, that I had alcohol in this container because I need some after watching Screaming Nate Smith.
Baby Jesus, really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bass will be in the air. So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Thank you, John Houseman. I have a request of the mad scientist.
Sir,
can you make a few of those outlays for the different brands in the StreamYard? In particular, the live play-by-play for my game tonight, because I'm going to use them. And I got Drew Willingham at 105. We're going to talk some food. We're going to talk some family. We're going to talk some football. And I'll leave y'all with this. Why I found this during Chris Base's session, I don't know. I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I'm going to save it for Monday. Open Court posted. Open it, please.
Oh, Lord, what the heck they do? Good Lord. Okay, fine. Quote.
And they were speaking about Ben Simmons. I should have prefaced that.
Oh, okay.
Healthy. He finally got his legs under him. He was off for 2 years. Y'all wouldn't give him a chance. Y'all want to criticize him every bleeping game.
Close quote. I wonder why.
Leave it there. We'll destroy this on Monday. And I'll make sure I download this and send it to you guys. Thank you, Chris Base. Another wonderful closeout.
Mm-hmm.
And I request the people who wrote this to go back to hell. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, then they're simply not big enough.
Mm-hmm.
And to all, go ahead, Cole. Let me set it up. If your dreams don't scare you, take it, Cole.
Then all you bad people are going to go where she is.
Oh, Jesus. I should have quit while I was.
I was about to call you a bad word, Crow. I was about to call you a bad word, man.
That was for the summoning that was earlier this week.
There was no summoning.
Yes,
I wasn't here.
You weren't here.
I was not here.
Wise,
so it did not count.
Wise. It counts.
That should not count. Like
it counts.
Who summoned her? So I should know who to blame.
Victor.
Victor. It was Victor. I knew it. It's always Victor. Damn you, Victor.
I did.
I died again.
I died again. Hey, Pizzle. Darn it.
Oh, damn it.
It almost came out when I see that.
First time that happened, Ryan was in North Carolina, and we killed him on his vacation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I apologize, Brian, for killing you on your vacation, sir.
Oh, man.
Just don't do that to me. Well, he's going to wind up doing it to me anyway. All right, folks. We're out of here. See you Monday.
All right. I need to laugh before we go.
Some bullshit.
Need to laugh before we go.
That sheriff is a...
LJPN is sponsored by HoFax. Before she hoe, and you gotta know,